News headlines and analysis. Monday, 18th of August 2025. International and political developments. Trump's pressure on Zelensky before Washington summit. In the lead-up to a highly anticipated summit in Washington, U.S. President Donald Trump has once again turned the global spotlight on Ukraine. Reports confirm that Trump directly pressured Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to make concessions regarding the country's NATO ambitions and territorial claims over Crimea. This comes just days before European leaders are scheduled to join the talks, raising speculation about the U.S. strategy for reshaping the conflict. The White House has hinted that Trump is pushing for a rapid settlement, emphasizing that the U.S. will not back Ukraine's membership in NATO, a long-standing demand from Moscow. Analysts warn that such a move could weaken Ukraine's negotiating power and embolden Russia's stance in the ongoing conflict. European diplomats, meanwhile, are preparing for a tense week in Washington as they attempt to balance transatlantic relations with their commitments to Kiev. Norwegian royal in scandal. Marius Borg Høiby, charged with 32 offenses. Norway has been shaken by a royal scandal as Marius Borg Høiby, the 27-year-old son of Crown Princess Mette-Marit, faces 32 criminal charges. The accusations include multiple counts of rape, domestic violence, and physical assault. Some of the alleged crimes were reportedly filmed, raising further shock and outrage across the country. Høiby, who has lived a largely private life compared to his royal relatives, has stated through his legal team that he intends to plead guilty to some charges but denies the most severe allegations. The royal household has not issued an official statement, but the case has already caused reputational damage to the monarchy, which enjoys traditionally high levels of trust in Norwegian society. Economy and markets. Stock market on edge. Traders await Fed. Guidance. Global markets began the week cautiously as Wall Street traders awaited key signals from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. With inflationary pressures persisting, investors are watching closely for any hints of future interest rate changes. On the corporate front, several stories are moving markets. Novo Nordisk saw its shares climb nearly 4% after the FDA approved Wegovy for treating liver disease, expanding the reach of the already blockbuster drug. Dayforce, a workforce management platform, jumped 25% amid reports of a potential acquisition by private equity giant Thoma Bravo. Crypto exchange Gemini filed paperwork for an IPO, with plans to list under the ticker GEMI. The move is seen as a test of investor appetite for crypto assets amid regulatory uncertainty. Open Door Technologies, the real estate disruptor, continued its rally after major leadership changes suggested a fresh strategic direction. Experts predict a volatile week ahead as earnings from major retailers, combined with Powell's remarks, shape the short-term market narrative. Lottery buzz. The Powerball jackpot has once again captured public imagination after no ticket matched all numbers in the August 16th draw. The grand prize has now ballooned to $605 million with a lump sum option of $273.4 million. Across the U.S., lines are expected to grow at convenience stores and online platforms as millions try their luck. Meanwhile, the Mega Millions jackpot stands at $216 million, with the next draw scheduled for August 19th. For many struggling with rising costs of living, these lotteries offer not just a dream of instant wealth, but also moments of collective anticipation that sweep across communities. U.S. domestic incident. In Tremonton, Utah, tragedy struck when a routine police response escalated into a deadly shootout. 2 officers lost their lives while a third was critically injured. The suspect was captured at the scene and is currently in custody. Authorities are investigating the motive behind the attack, with early reports suggesting domestic violence may have been a trigger. The incident has reignited debates around police safety, gun control, and the increasing frequency of violent confrontations involving law enforcement in smaller American towns. Vigils are being planned across Utah to honor the fallen officers. Transportation update. Amtrak today launched its much-anticipated Mardi Gras service, a new passenger rail route connecting New Orleans with Mobile, Alabama. The initiative has been welcomed by regional leaders as a step toward reviving rail travel in the U.S. South. The service is expected to boost tourism and provide a reliable alternative for commuters in the Gulf Coast region. Amtrak officials have expressed hope that the new route will be the first of several expansions aimed at modernizing and expanding U.S. passenger rail in the coming decade. Regional highlights. Pakistan. Terror plot. Foiled authorities in Pakistan reported the arrest of a university lecturer in Balochistan, accused of plotting a suicide attack during Independence Day celebrations. Security officials revealed that the suspect had ties with extremist groups and was allegedly planning to target a crowded public event. The arrest has been hailed as a major success for intelligence services, though it also underscores ongoing concerns about radicalization within Pakistan's academic institutions. Australia. Qantas penalized over pandemic layoffs. In a landmark ruling, Australia's federal court fined Qantas AU $90 million for illegally sacking 1,900 ground staff during the COVID-19 pandemic. The court found that the airline had used the pandemic as a cover to restructure its workforce in violation of labor laws. The ruling is seen as a victory for unions and a strong message to corporations attempting to exploit crises for profit. Qantas, once a symbol of national pride, continues to face challenges in restoring public trust. England. Anti-immigration protests in Dudley. Several hundred people gathered in Dudley, West Midlands, for an anti-immigration protest. The demonstration, fueled by local dissatisfaction over housing shortages and job competition, drew counter-protests from pro-immigrant groups, leading to tense confrontations. Police managed to keep order, but the protest reflects rising tensions in parts of England as the country continues to navigate post-Brexit migration policies. Conclusion. The day's news on August 18, 2025, reflects a world grappling with political uncertainty, economic volatility, and social challenges. From Washington's geopolitical maneuvering to Norway's royal scandal, from corporate shakeups to grassroots protests, the day underscores how interconnected global events have become. As governments, businesses, and ordinary citizens adapt to these rapid changes, one truth remains: the headlines of today will shape the policies, markets, and societies of tomorrow.